Hi, I'm Richard from ITS and I'm here with Norman today from Optimaxx to take us through their range of screws and why you really need to be looking at a brand like Optimaxx next time you're going to be buying some fixings. So from my understanding, and Norman's going to go into a lot more detail, is Optimaxx fairly new to the scene, and what they've looked to do is they've looked to combine some of the best features and benefits from two of the big household names out there when it comes to wood screws, but not just take the best of both worlds kind of thing. They've also added some of their own unique engineering to make these even better than what's already out there in the market. So Norman, do you want to take us through your range of screws and what we can expect from them, and really why people should be looking out for your brand when they're picking up some new fixings?
Thank you, Richard. That's great. It's a great intro. That sets it out well. So the Optimaxx brand, we look to combine, as you said, the best features in these household brands and add some real benefit. So starting at the very tip of the screw, the first thing you'll notice is the last thread runs right off the end of the screw. That ensures an immediate start. Mm-hmm. So the minute you hit the timber, it will start immediately, starts threading, starts biting in. So then you'll notice the slash point. What's unique to Optimaxx is that slash point. And that's
this groove right down here at the bottom, isn't it?
That's correct, that's right, yep. So it goes across the point, acting as a pre-drill.
Okay.
So there's no need for a pilot hole. You can go straight in.
Excellent. So again, all there to reduce the amount of slipping and sliding and non-threading, if you like.
Exactly correct. Yeah. What's unique about Optimaxx is that slash point is in exactly the same angle, exactly the same position on every screw. Others will be random, but this is precise in the right place every time. With Optimaxx, we looked at building the right quality as being the number one focus. So these are features we've added in, which bring a real benefit to a discerning end user.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. So moving on, you've got the first 6 threads have got serrated teeth on. So on the outside of the thread, you'll notice the saw teeth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's quite hard to see. Obviously, we'll go over to a close up at some point. But yeah, you can see there are teeth in those first 6 threads, aren't there?
So that cuts the thread into the timber, and then the other threads just follow in afterwards. So that's already cut the path.
Okay, excellent. And so what does that help speed it up? Or is it just a better thread?
It speeds up the insertion, and those 3 features combined prevent any splitting or breakout as you penetrate the timber.
Okay, which is obviously a massive pain in the backside that I'm sure we've all experienced.
Exactly, exactly. It's a very wide, deep thread pattern.
Okay, and is that consistent on all your sizes?
The whole range, the same thread pattern on the whole range, regardless of size. So the pitch and the thread pattern are the same standard.
Okay.
That gives you a much stronger pull-out value, and it goes in faster.
Okay.
So you'll feel it once it bites, it pulls in fast.
Right.
Moving up the shank on screws over 100mm, we have the second, what we call a roulet on the shank. That reams out to 0.1 of a mil bigger than the shaft.
Okay, and what's the benefit of that?
So the hole that the thread cuts is marginally smaller than the shaft. So this reams it out to just bigger than the shaft, so the shaft passes through without any heat build-up and without any squeaking.
Okay, yeah, so that's when both the screw and the hole are really, really hot, and you get that very irritating noise.
Just under the head, you'll notice a double shoulder. That puts more material in the head of the screw, which is the weakest point of any screw. So you get a much reduced risk of snapping. Okay. It also allows you to punch the posi much deeper. So the posi on our screws is a very, very deep posi.
It really is, isn't it? That's definitely the deepest I've seen. So that's going to protect your screw head as well as your bits as well, really.
It prevents cam out, which is a big problem. Then what's completely unique to Optimaxx is the 24 grooves, which act as a countersink, and they're cut into the underside of the head. That actually mills out a countersink in timber, even hardwood. Your melamines, it will mill out a countersink. It passes the material out onto the surface rather than compress it down. If you leave the material in there and compress it down, you get splitting.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I was just assuming. Again, that's going to affect your splitting, but with that, you're looking for a real clean finish.
Yes, yeah. So you've got a totally self-drilling, self-countersinking wood screw into all timbers.
Excellent. Wow. Well, hopefully you can see there are absolutely plenty of reasons to give the Optimaxx brand ago. I can already see masses of benefits from that, even from the little bits and bobs I'll do around with timber decking and all the bits and bobs I'll do around my home. But people that are going to be on these day in, day out doing their various projects, there's going to be huge amounts of benefits, cost saving, time saving, absolutely everything there, really, aren't there?
It will be, and we find that to a discerning user, a guy who's using screws all day long every day, he'll pick up an Optimaxx and he'll immediately feel the benefits. And once he's tried them, he doesn't go back to other brands.
It's interesting, isn't it? We do, particularly in our industry, we've got guys that will get the best possible tool, the tools that fit their family and that they love, and they spend time and energy and effort getting the right tools, even the right bits and the bits holders. We've got people that love, quality brands, quality bit holders, but not as many people at the moment are interested in getting good quality fixings. And blimey, it makes as big a difference as all the other things combined often, doesn't it?
You do all as you said. You've got the right bit, the right drill, you've got all the quality at that end, and it gets spoiled by the fact you've got a poor quality wood screw. So this goes hand in glove with the other products you talked about.
Excellent. Well, I'm certainly convinced, and I'm going to be going home and giving these a bit of a go myself. If you want to check out the entire Optimaxx range, of course, you can head over and look at our latest deals, offers and prices at its.co.uk.